Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final day. We have arrived. I am a bloody mess because I just did it. I'll talk back with you guys when we eventually get to the end of the video. But oh God in heaven, is it brutal. We finally got there, even though we get there every week. I know I'm making it sound like I do this once per week, but it's always shit. It's always the last day is like, I'm so ready for this not to happen anymore. But then, well, I say that, but I genuinely feel happy right now, which is the whole dopamine bullshit going on in your brain. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be doing a bunch of things. In fact, I think we're just hitting the muscles that we didn't hit throughout the week, or maybe doing that again. I don't know. But the one thing that will demand further explanation, hopefully I explain it properly, is the push-ups that we do, because my goal is to eventually be able to do a special kind of push-up. I'm not sure if I'll ever get there in my lifetime, but it'd be cool if I did. Anyways, regardless, enough of me chatting your ear off. I've done that enough on Monday's video. Also, again, just to reiterate, I have not, these are all recorded and made before they're even up on YouTube, so I can't exactly react to you guys, what you guys say, because it's just the way videos happen. I don't want to just spam you guys with a ton of these videos all at once, because it can be pretty crap for those people who are like, it's not really my thing, and that's completely fair. I had my own big reasons why I chose to do this. Now, the next time I may do this, maybe sooner rather than later, but I probably will just hold on to that video for a little while until I give it to you guys. But I actually do want to do a cardio day. See, because I've always done this. This is always my workout. Sometimes I interchange Monday's workout with a lot of cardio stuff at the beginning and not the chin-ups, which is damned hard. But I feel like I want to do 1 week where we're just doing like cardio stuff. Like we're just trying to burn out energy reserves as much as we possibly can and see how that works. It may not work well, but I'm hoping it does. I'm gonna record the first day of that, as well as since it's Monday that I'll be doing that. Maybe I'll do the champs then, because I don't want to have to do a whole nother Monday and film it, because it's, believe it or not, it kind of takes it out of the zone. That's something I didn't really articulate well, is that it's like you get into the state of flow when you've been exercising for a long time, where you get there and you're just like, bang, get it done, boom, moving on, and next. And you're like, oh shit, it's been 4 hours, or 3 hours, or 2 hours. And you're like, what's happened? But having to set up the shots, it's like, alright, just waiting. just trying to think ahead to what would be an okay shot, as well as, should I go now? Am I ready to go right now? If I go now, I might burn myself out. I don't want to do that, because we gotta do this tomorrow as well, or something, a variant of this. You know, I said Monday, we spent a lot of time talking just now, and then I do it again. Not perfect. Anyways, thank you guys so much for your time. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Me and editing, take it away. Will do, past me. I'm sorry. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be starting with a warm-up. I already did the stretches. I just began cutting that out because you guys have seen that at this point. We're streamlining this stuff now. But yes, punch in the bag. I'm not sure if you guys can see. I kind of can't see either, but it feels like I can only articulate how I feel, right? So it doesn't look like I'm not that into it, but yeah, it's Friday. I'm very, like, I know energy reserves. My heart is almost out of this. You know what I mean? Like, my heart's not in it in terms of punching and whatnot, so I'm just trying to keep rhythmic. But yeah, I could definitely, again, it doesn't really look like my punches don't have as much force, but it feels that way. So yeah, or at least I can't pick up on that. Maybe if you're like a world-class boxer, you could be like, got it. But I will say that, again, that's the beauty of the reflex bag. If I was punching the actual punching bag, then you guys would see me burn out significantly quicker, because, yeah, I don't know, it just burns you out a lot more in my experience. Anyways, also, on occasion, I'll try to mix things up a little bit, and I'll basically try to keep my hands locked to my my pockets or something around there, just if you were in a normal stance, so that you could jump up to a punch quicker, so I'll do that occasionally. But yeah, next workout. Alright, on to the preacher curl. Okay, so this one I'm actually very worried about, because I feel like my shoulders may rock too much forward, and I feel like I may also use my back when doing this. So let's see if I do it. Should have cut that out a little bit. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, also I kind of have to, in order for me to get a good grip, I have to kind of pull inwards, like my grip is close, which I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but it is. But like right there, sometimes I'll do that, which it almost looks like my shoulders are coming into play quite a little bit, which is not, I don't think, what you want. Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't think that's what it's supposed to happen. Also, I will say that typically on the first set, I'm not really used to anything. Like my body's not warm. So the first set's sometimes janky. So let's see if the following set's any better. I don't know. Damn, we have a lot that are kind of janky. We have the squats, which is pathetic, and this is kind of not what you want either. Yeah, my shoulders are rocking too much forward there. I'm not sure how you'd fix that then. Maybe lower reps and just try to focus on keeping my shoulders back, not like rolling forward like that. But with that being said, one of the things that you guys aren't seeing is that I always feel like my weight, like maybe I'm lifting too much compared to my body weight, because I always feel like I get pushed forward. But oh, anyways, I didn't mention what I was doing this for. We do this for 5 sets of 11. Yes. And we have 2 5s and 2 10s on both sides. So you do the math. We're not really doing this for weight anyway, but still. And you guys know this one. This is an overhead extension. We do this for 5, not 4. Last time we had this workout, we did it for 4 sets, but now we're doing it for 5 sets. And just like last time, we do 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, except the 15th one I just knock up to 16 because I try to deplete my muscle because it's Friday. It's the last day that we have to really go. So I kind of want to dabble in that like full-blown depletion of your muscle reserves. Also, forgive me for just the copious amount of pits. Yeah. Also, this is me just kind of showing you guys that even in between workouts, also, yeah, I fucking smashed the front part of my hand. Anyways, yeah, so even though we're in the middle of sets, I do this just to kind of keep my body warm. But anyways, I didn't even mention what we do that for. I mean, like our overhead extensions. we do that for, like I said, 5 sets, each increasing to 10. So, oh, I know I did. I get it. We're good. Or okay. Yeah, 5 sets of 11, 10, 12, 13, 15 going up per set. And that's a 45 weight that we have. All right, let's finish that up. Great, sorry. Confusing myself here. You know what, I realized when rendering these videos that I do have like jazz music in the background just to kind of muffle out the slight other music that I got going on, because it's not, yeah, it kind of jumbles it. Anyways, in this next workout, we are doing hammer curls, and we do that for 3 sets of 10. This is both 35s in both hands. Anyways, what I was saying about the music thing is there's just dead sound. Like basically the smooth jazz I have in the background, you guys can't exactly hear, but I can hear it in editing, so I should have estimated that properly. But basically, I'm just going to talk your ear off, even though I may not have anything to say or contribute. Also, they're hammer curls. I don't really know how you can, well, not true, because I think on Monday I kind of fucked up hammer curls. I was using my shoulders again. My damn shoulders, man. We sitting here today with the damn thing. I just needed to set them still. I don't know. But then again, my shoulders, I feel like are good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like it's destroying me. You know? Like, I'm probably not doing it correct. But at the same time, maybe I'm hitting my shoulders as well as my bicep. But then you'd argue you're not hitting your bicep that much. Well, I'm pretty happy with the way my bicep kind of is right now, you know? So what is life? Anyways, moving on to a tricep kickback. So right here, I'm trying to show you guys that the reason why I do these weird and my form might be utterly shit is because of an excuse with my hands. So with this one, I can, I can do that, which I can't do on my other one. So basically on my left hand, my grip can basically wrap around the whole thing, which allows me to kind of twist it any which way. Whereas on my right one, there's a giant gap. So if I let the weight almost set in that gap, it will just slide through. So that's why I kind of need to twist my arm in a weird way. But yeah, tricep kickback with 225s, 1 at a time. We do that for 3 sets of, I think just 10, right? Yeah, just 10. Yeah, nothing crazy. But with this one, also, I kind of, well, again, because my hands are kind of the way they are, and again, I probably should just lower the weight. So my brothers told me, lower the weight and just make sure you're getting the form right. But that form doesn't look the worst. It's not great. I could do better, for sure, but it doesn't look like it's breaking the whole thing, the whole metric of it. But with my right one, it's significantly worse. Like, you guys can see my shoulder kind of helping it with momentum there, not fully extending, because if I fully extend it, then that means it's going to, again, fall out of my hand, because there's that gap there that when I go to extend it, it kind of sets into that gap. So this one's just kind of janky in general. And again, I don't notice the muscle difference, like, out of the equilibrium, you know what I mean? Like, both seem kind of balanced. So again, maybe not the best, but as of me having like an effect of it, I feel like I can lift the same with both amounts, both arms and whatnot. It's not like there's imbalance. It may look shitty, which I hate, but there's no physical imbalance there. At least I can't feel it. But I don't know. Also, sweet Mary of Joe, what up? Oh my God, that vein on my neck. You guys can't even notice it now because we're doing the right one. But boy, howdy, that's crazy. Woo. And yeah, we're just doing this again. I'm at the last, like, it's Friday, I've worked out a lot, my arms are pretty dead. In retrospect, I should just lower the weight because, well, no, because for my left one, it's fine. It's my right one, it's also fine. I just, again, I can feel every time I extend my arm that the weight's slipping out of my hand. And of course, I don't want to drop a what do you call it, a 25 weight anywhere. Also then, I just cracked my finger. I forgot that. Yeah, it hurt like hell, but it was okay. Just kind of a little pinch. Alright, so this is me trying to explain to you guys why the push-ups that I do are the way that they are. So you know normal push-ups like that. It's just like straight across your chest. Well, kind of the average push-up. But the one that we're doing is one that hopefully, and this is kind of my goal with doing this, is hopefully eventually we'll be able to lift our own body weight with just our two hands, without our feet touching the ground. So that's what I'm working towards. That's a dream that I hope, it's like freak strength, but hopefully one day we can attain this. I don't know if it's possible for me, but I want it. So I'm trying to work towards that. So how you do a push-up with just two hands basically touching the ground is you have to start going with baby steps, going from a normal push-up, like I was showing you guys, to a little bit wider, until you get to around your stomach, which is completely reverse your hand placement, and then go lower until you're at your waist. And me, I'm about at my stomach, but not quite my waist. I'm not at my center of gravity. But it's actually crazy because if you guys look, and I'm gonna kind of give myself some shit here, but in one of the clips, I see that my butt is not quite as flat as I think it should be. But when you're doing these kinds of push-ups, I'm also focusing on my feet extending to like my very tippy toes, because you have such little weight on your feet. That you can actually do that without like breaking your toes and having all of your weight just on one specific toe, you know? Yeah, right there. I'm behind on the clips, but yeah, my butt was a little bit anchored. But with that being said, I'm trying to balance my weight on the center and in my stomach. But even still, you don't want that. There's no excuses. Anyways. But you guys may be like, Grin, what the hell are we doing? We are doing a push-up drop set, basically. So we're doing 8 push-ups, and we're just going up the bar. I don't know how much this is, but I do 1 on the ground, 1 at this level, and then the next one at the next level, and the next level, and the next level. I didn't bother counting, but it's just what I do, and it's the best way, in my opinion, to do push-ups because it burns you out in a way that makes it so that you can kind of reach the highest, and then fully deplete your muscles. Like if you're gonna lift, you could probably only lift your close to your max, like 2 or 3 times, right? Maybe even once if it's your true max. But if you kind of dwindle that out, you can lift a lot more if it's just a little bit less, you know what I mean, for more reps. So that's what we're doing here. And again, trying to keep my back straight and all that crap. But again, when you're on the, I think in my next one, I actually make sure to keep my butt a little bit more down, which is kind of not fair because, I mean, I don't want to say it, but, you know. I mean, my butt is more or less level, but it doesn't look that way. I don't want to talk about it, okay? I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, changing subject. We do this for 3 sets. So we do 3 sets of 8, but we do more than. It's weird. So we do 8 for every tick, but we do this 3 times. So I'm gonna cut to the last time we do it, and again, hopefully my butt is more than straight because again, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. It's I go whatever, man. It's just we do squats in a fucked up way, but we. Anyways, other half of coffee is what I'm also trying to point out. Yeah, go me. Moving on. Oh right, okay, yes. So I wanted some redemption for this one. So I what do you call it? I filmed both of these. So now I do 3, and I usually just show you guys the first one and then the last one. Well, I showed you all 3 this time. And again, it may not look like it, guys, but I promise my stomach is almost level, if not complete, like maybe a little bit not, which I'm already annoyed with myself at that, but even still, it looks worse than it is. That's what I'm trying to get at. Anyways, I'll speed this up after this part where we're just going up the normal ranking. When I'm on the bar, I'm pretty okay, because if I'm not, I don't know, I guess I can feel it more on the bar because we're doing more or less traditional push-ups. I am lower because again, that's my whole goal, is to get to where I can push up with my hands around my waist, and just lift myself off the ground and do at least 1 or 2 push-ups. And I will keep you guys in the loop of me doing that. Maybe even on Monday we'll give that a whirl. Also, just to say things, one of the other ones I really want to do is a what do you call it, chin-up pull-up. So you do a chin-up, instead of just going to your neck, you go all the way to your waist. You bring the bar all the way to your waist, which may be nigh impossible with my hands, but hell, all goals should be very difficult. So let's try to make it happen with that one as well. That one I also think you just need to be light as fuck. But no, that's not true. There's some people who are shredded who also can do a pull-up, basically. Anyways, moving on. Also, caught myself a little bit, and then I kind of just fell back into it because, yeah. Also, the thing I'm happy with, I'm on both my tippy toes there, my little toes holding up some of my weight, which is actually not that much weight because, again, we're mostly holding ourselves with the front end. With the weird camera angle, it doesn't look as much as it is, which I kind of regret not getting a better angle for that. Anywho, to the machine, to just the weird thing. Also, this is a drop set. The goal of doing these push-ups on the bar is to not take too much time to in between. Basically, just want to pivot to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. And yeah. And yes, after this, this is my final strength training kind of thing. And oh boy, is it brutal. After finishing, I'm always just like dead, super dead. And it's one of the only workouts that is actually like in a kind of a fatigue-seeking workout because I am trying to go to like my limit a little bit. The only thing I am disappointed with is I wish those hand ones were more. I could have shown you guys better about what it was, and I wish I would have kept my ass lower. Even though my ass is more or less like I'm pretty much level. It's just my ass exceeds what is level for me. Anyways. It was never something I wanted. It's one of the stupidest things. It's useless for male. Anyways, we're drinking water. We're tired. Next one. Actually, I might cut these ones down significantly because again, you guys have seen me do the one crunch things quite a bit. Yeah, so this one I'm just trying to show you guys them in compression. Again, one of the things that I haven't read in comments on the videos, but if anyone is commenting about weight, or me adjusting my weight, or me cutting things out or anything like that, that's fine. I'm not doing this for any sort of like weird showing my numbers or anything like that, or anything like that. I'm strictly doing this because I like to be healthy and all those things. So if anyone's coming at me from a weird angle of like, why are you cutting out, or why aren't you showing all of us the things? It's mostly just because of the fact that I think you guys have seen it for too many times at this point, and I just want to get to the next thing. But yeah. Also, for these ones specifically, we do this for 3 sets of 12, or no, 13. And we are lifting 75 weight right now. Crunching 75 weight. Yes. In hindsight, I wish I would have, not tried to stress my face a lot. Because I'm just making like red face, beady red, as I'm pushing with this one. But in my defense, quite difficult. Again, I'm still not taking my advice of keeping my goddamn arms closer to my body, which is what you should do right now. With that being said, my hands are kind of set at this point with the push-ups and all that other stuff. Excuses, bullshit me. It's not okay. Anyways, on to kicks, which for this day specifically, there's not a lot of kicks happening, and again, we're mostly focusing on form for 2 reasons. I said that I wanted to do that, focus on kick in terms of forms rather than just the force of the kick. My puppy, we have 3 dogs, and one of the dogs has basically like a large liver or spleen or something. She went to the hospital. She was not put down, but just like cut open. They fixed her shit. She's back. She got stitches, but she's super sleepy, and every time I kept punching, it kept waking her up, or kicking loudly, it kept waking her up, and she doesn't need any of that. So I was trying to be quick about it, more or less. If this is a lie, this is an elaborate lie. Hopefully you believe me. Anyway, I'm actually really excited though for next week, because again, next week I think what I'm gonna do, unless I have some sort of weird revelation that I shouldn't, is that I won't actually be trying to like. So you know how this whole workout, this is what I do every single week. So I want to try to change it a little bit. So I think next week, instead of doing all this, I'll just do cardio. So I'll be focusing on rowing, punching, kicking, stuff like that. I'll probably try to find some sort of different thing to practice in terms of fighting and punching and different sets like that. And kicks, again, I'll try to get better at the spin kick or the roundhouse kick or whatever it's called, and all those kinds of things. But also, that's not the only thing I need to improve. If this whole experience has been anything, it's just that I need to slow down and make sure that my body is in the right place before I use that muscle. You know what I mean? Like for instance, the push-ups, making sure that my ass is lower, not just level, but lower. And then making sure my shoulders don't come into play when I don't think they're things that are supposed to come into play. Again, maybe my brother's like, some of them, it doesn't really matter. It's not affecting it in a negative way. Because again, I don't feel a way about it, I don't feel like I'm losing anything. Also, we're doing our back one. But unlike the previous ones, we are doing our back, but we are also doing our sides. So the side of our back as well. Which is just the one thing that aches the most because I don't exercise it at all. And yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Also, again, we do this for 3 sets of what is it again? It's 16. No, 13. 13, yes. We do this for 3 sets of 16 or 13. 3 sets of 13, and then for the hip or for the sides, we do it for 3 sets of 8 or 10. 10. Yeah, 3 sets of 10. And I'm only showing you guys the first part and the last part, but again, we do it for 3 times. So bang. Also, these ones are just kind of janky across the board. Also, God, my face. My face is just a crazy vein on the side of my eye. Anyways. But yes, this one has always been quite janky. I'm just gonna cut around this one, I guess, because it's just kind of like, yeah, we're just doing side raises to the best of my ability. They don't look, well, they'd start up, every workout I'm seeing that, like the first one I do, it's kind of trash, and then the one after, like the last one that's the hardest, is where I kind of settle in my form. Also, I stubbed my toe. Ow. Anyways, that is not gonna sync up. We're gonna speed it up anyways. But ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. Well, not really. Just remembered. Right, so we're done, more or less. This is usually what I do, but for whatever reason, Thursday was trash, but Friday was actually very energetic. After I was done all this, I was like, as much as it's difficult, I should have a little bit of energy. Well, let's fix that, because it's Friday, we get 2 days of recovery. If we can push ourselves quite far, this would be the day. So we actually end up doing the row. The row for a little bit, not too long, just enough to kind of, again, deplete any other resource that I have in my body in terms of energy. And then, that's it. That is all. Wow, this sped up looks just awful. Anyways, but yes, we are finally done. I waltz over to the camera, pick it up, and do our look how gross and disgusting I am face pan thing. Yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. Also, thank you, me, to throwing it back to myself. Anyways, yes, we finally done it. We finally gotten through a whole week of our exercise. I've been doing this for like 3 years. I think I said 4 or 5 years sometimes. I don't know. Whenever the division first got launched, that's when I was starting. And I think I've been into it a little bit after in that. I think I was in that for like almost half a year by that. I don't know. Regardless, that's when I started. And it's funny because I didn't see any sort of like, I don't know. I don't do this because I want to look a certain way, but I do this because I want to feel a certain way, and it helps with chemicals in my brain. But yeah, I what do you call it? I didn't see any results for like such a long time. Because as much as I don't do it for those reasons, it would be nice to have the byproduct of having that in the realm, you know. But then finally one year I was just like, oh, okay, this is not bad. I'm starting to like. It's a weird type of fucked up mentality or satisfaction, I guess. When you grow out of pants, but not in the, so like your thighs grow out of the pants, but not the waist. The waist slims down and your pants fall down, but your thighs, I'm gonna shut up. We're talking about thighs, but you know, they basically grow into clothes, but not through like being larger, but instead by growing muscle. And everything that I'm doing feels good. Like again, when I first started doing this, I cannot articulate that it was just painful. Like the first year, maybe less than that. But anyways, needless to say, it's hard. It's very difficult to finally get into a place where you're like this, where like you feel like you put in the work to where you've positioned muscles in the right places to where your body sits comfortably. And your heart feels consistent. And the reason why I choose, like, some people do different ways of doing workouts for multiple different things. Some people do the whole CrossFit thing, or they try to deplete everything they have, which I don't think is good. And some research says that that's not so good. It says that you're going to tax your body too much, and that's going to affect you later in life. Then I'm doing iron bones, so I can't talk. Anyways, I'm going to stop when I get to 27 or something. Anyways. But then there's other people who believe like to go hard to your very max point where you can't even get a rep anymore, but that's just strength training, not necessarily CrossFit, which is some endurance and a lot of other stuff in there. But they have that idea as well. But yes, some people have that idea of working out as well. The reason why I do it is because to me, in my crazy head, it makes sense that blood flow is incredibly important, and your heart having circulation and being able to go to highs and then really lows, because when you exercise and you completely feel like exhausted, which again is why I exercise as well, is to sleep. That gives you a better sleep because your body has to kind of come fully decompress, and your brain doesn't really have any juice to stay firing, you know. So for me, I always go for volume over fatigue, I guess. So for me, again, I do this every week for 5 days. I get 2 days, I get Sunday and Saturday off, which is a blessing, and my body's like, thank God, please. But to me, it makes the most sense in my head because it's circulating blood consistently through your body, giving you the best result for health. Yeah. Oh, also, I didn't mention this whole time, which is probably important. What I eat, I basically have my body weight in protein, which I've only started doing for last month now, which I didn't realize how important that was for strength building or muscle building. So I think for like 2 years or 3 years, I was stuck in a loop where my muscles would basically just devour themselves, which is fucking brutal. But yeah, now I'm eating a lot of protein, so we should be getting back on track, and my body shouldn't be eating itself. But I also don't really eat food that much. I don't really like. It's not that I don't like eating. I like eating. I just get over it really quick. So I'll have like 2 bites of something and then just be like, I'm over it. I want to move on. So every morning I have one of these, which is it's like a mass gainer, which is a bunch of calories, but then I also have an avocado. So a full avocado blended into this, which is a lot of good fats and some calories, and also some yogurt. Also I have creatine in my protein powder. So I have my body weight in protein powder. That's not true. It's like equal to, I don't know, regardless, I have enough protein powder. And I have creatine, a little tiny baby teaspoon of creatine, because it helps with a bunch of shit that I don't remember what it was. But those are what I take. And yeah, I drink a lot of water. Again, I don't really take any, I know some people who do pre-workout, which is like it's like a coffee supplement basically. It's a lot of coffee. And it gives you that roaring fire to do it. I didn't want to do that because it feels like, I don't want to have to depend on that to turn on, to like completely like, I'm ready to do this, let's go. And also, that's what I was trying to say, and I kind of lost my way. But one of the biggest things for me when it comes to exercising and getting to that place where you can do it consistently, is you have to get to the point, and this is a mental thing, and I'm sure there's other ways of people doing it. Some people guilt themselves into it. Some people, I only really know the guilt one. Some people just will themselves to want to do it because they want to be better. But for me, what I really like is self-discipline. I really enjoy those aspects. So for me, I wanted to get a hang on something which was essentially, it's kind of like a mentality of there's only one option, which is not, well, it's good when you know that something needs to be done, you know? So that's when I go into exercising, even sometimes when I'm sick, and I know you shouldn't do that, but sometimes you should because it's, anyways, that's my mindset, where it's like, there's no choice. There's no choice. This is going to happen no matter what. This is something that we need to get done no matter what. No matter what. We're going to sleep at 4 a.m. because we mismanaged time. Guess we're going to sleep at 4 a.m. There's no way this is not happening. We are getting this done no matter what. There's no choice. This is it. And that is crazy because you always have a choice. But in certain instances where you can lock down your whole mental capacity and be like, nope, nothing. Just this, we're doing this. This is what we do. It's good for us, it's healthy for us, it keeps us happy, it keeps us balanced. It's really a meditation at this point. We're doing this because regardless if it hurts, regardless if it aches, it's good for us. We're doing it, there's no choice, we're doing it. Done. And it's like this complete shutting all doors and just going forward with tunnel vision. I'm not sure that's particularly good, but it works for me. It's my fuel. It's my fucked up brain going to work. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for just hanging out with me through this time. I've been doing this for a long time, and it's fun to share this part of my life. And it's weirdly vloggy in a weird kind of way where I touch base with you guys, where I'm far more concise rather than just firing at the hip wildly and all that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching as always. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you guys check out the other videos. Also, there's a subscribe button right here. That's it. Also, again, maybe one more video, and then I'll wait until summer to record some other stuff, because summer I have more space because outdoors and all that stuff, so I can start doing my martial arts rope darts bullshit. Anyways, I'm embarrassed. it's kind of lame, but I like it. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.